Tour, but I think, I obviously I don't know much about all the ins and outs of what's going to happen in the merger, but it's like everything in life. I think it all comes down to money, and the Saudi Arabians have more money, and I think the purse increases and the pit money that the PGA Tour were doing, I just potentially wonder how sustainable that was in the future, and perhaps that might be why they've decided they've had to kind of try and combine.
Emma, you tweeted a very angry tweet on the day that the Live Golf PGA Tour DP Tour World Tour merger was announced, because you said the irony is not lost that the announcement was made on Women's Golf Day, and you said the formation of a new commercial entity to unify golf.
Coincide with the women's major. There was just no real thought around the women's game, which is almost a bit odd considering, really, when you think about what they have done in the women's game, especially on the LET. You should actually be applauding them for the investment they put into the women's game on there. If you try not to think about all the other sides around it, at the end of the day, there's also the Saudi Ladies International that has, a 5 million purse, which was enormous, compared to some of the other purses on both the tours. But I think what it got for me, it was just so. And the wording of the press release, it was very much, unifying, as I directly quote, unifying golf. It very much wasn't doing that. It's not anything to do with women's golf at this stage. It's all to do with the men's side of the game. I think, it just
there as well, the moral side of this, if you put your morals aside, then it's great that the Saudi money has come into the women's games. Stacey Lewis talked about it in her interview with Ian, that it's something that they have to think about on the women's tour, whether it would align with their morals. Do you think it's a different moral question for women to take money from Saudi Arabia, where women's rights are really restricted in that country? Is it less of a moral issue for men? Do you think that seems right?
I think it's the same for everybody, in my opinion. But the difference being, it's the sport you're playing. It's how much can you have control of that? We've seen players try and take a stand on the Ladies European Tour and not play in the Aramco events and Saudi events, and now.